The Galactic Empire, a vast and powerful force, has been relentlessly expanding its reach across the galaxy. Planet by planet, star system by star system, they conquer without mercy. Their military is unmatched, their technology far beyond anything any world could comprehend. One by one, the civilizations of the galaxy have fallen under their iron grip. But now, Earth, a seemingly small and insignificant world, is on their radar. To them, it is just another weak planet to take, another step toward total domination. The fleet they send toward Earth is massive, a towering display of superior alien technology. The ships are sleek, armed to the teeth with weapons capable of obliterating entire cities in a single strike. At the helm of this relentless invasion is Imperial Commander Zoreth, a cold and calculating leader known for his ruthlessness. His reputation precedes him, and he has never failed in his missions. His confidence in the Empire's power is absolute. He believes Earth will fall as easily as the others have. But what he doesn't know is that Earth is far more resilient than he could ever imagine. Meanwhile, on Earth, life goes on as usual. People live their daily lives, unaware that a storm is brewing above them. The calm before the storm is almost too perfect. The sun shines brightly over bustling cities, and the world seems peaceful, naive even. No one suspects that a force of unimaginable power is on its way, heading straight for them. However, not everyone is unaware. General Bonner, the leader of Earth's defense system, has long been prepared for the possibility of invasion, though he never truly expected it to happen. He has spent years ensuring Earth's security, constantly improving defenses, and keeping watch over the sky. It's his job to stay alert, to make sure nothing threatens the planet's safety. Still, even Bonner's sharp instincts couldn't have predicted what was coming. Late one evening, as the sky darkens and the stars begin to twinkle above, Bonner receives a message, a cryptic message that shakes him to his core. The message is short, just a few words, but it carries with it a heavy weight. The enemy is not what it seems. There's no indication of who sent it, no clear origin. It's a mystery, but Bonner knows one thing for certain. Something is wrong. He feels it deep within him, an unsettling sense that the threat Earth is facing is not like any other they've encountered before. The message is a warning. But a warning about what? Bonner immediately orders his staff to begin gathering intelligence. Every satellite, every sensor, every spy satellite orbiting Earth is activated. They scour the skies, looking for any signs of the approaching danger. But there's nothing. No ships, no signs of life. Just silence. At first, the calm is deceptive. Bonner isn't convinced, but he can't shake the feeling that something is wrong. His gut tells him the Empire is closer than anyone thinks. The weeks pass, and life on Earth continues in ignorance. People go about their routines. The governments of the world focus on their own internal issues, unaware of the looming threat just beyond the stars. Earth's military forces remain on high alert, but they don't expect anything out of the ordinary. The planet's defenses are old, built decades ago, and most of the equipment is outdated. The idea of a galactic empire coming to conquer them seems more like the stuff of fiction than reality. The aliens, they think, must have more important matters to attend to than some small, insignificant world on the edge of the galaxy. But as the days pass, Bonner's suspicions only grow. The true danger, though, comes not from the stars themselves, but from within. Alien spies have infiltrated Earth's major cities, blending in among the population. They gather intelligence, sow confusion, and weaken the planet's resolve from within. No one knows they're there, and no one can detect their presence. The spies are masters of disguise, their technology enabling them to remain undetected while they silently work toward the Empire's ultimate goal. As Earth's defenses remain unaware, Bonner begins to piece together fragments of information. The spies' activities, the strange energy readings from satellites, and the sudden, inexplicable disappearance of communication signals all point to something dangerous. something that no one can fully understand yet. Still, even Bonner is unsure. How could Earth possibly be a target for something so powerful, so advanced? In the days that follow, the tension continues to rise. The Imperial fleet's approach is still undetected, its movements shrouded in secrecy. Earth's satellites remain silent, picking up nothing from the vast emptiness of space. Bonner grows increasingly anxious. He knows that the fate of humanity is hanging in the balance, and he can't shake the feeling that the Empire's arrival is imminent. Then, one fateful day, the unthinkable happens. As Earth's military forces begin preparing for what they believe is a drill, the first signs of invasion appear. A lone alien ship appears on the radar, its massive size dwarfing anything Earth has ever seen. It enters Earth's atmosphere without warning, its sleek form cutting through the sky like a predator. The ship is silent, and its arrival is almost ghostly, as though the Empire wanted to make no sound at all. A chill runs down Bonner's spine as he watches the alien vessel approach. The cryptic message suddenly makes sense. The enemy is not what it seems. Bonner immediately orders a full mobilization of Earth's defense forces. Every soldier, every fighter, every ship is called into action. There's no time to waste. As the first ship enters the atmosphere, Bonner knows that this is only the beginning. More ships will follow, more advanced weapons, more death, more destruction. The time for preparation is over. Now, Earth must fight. But even as the forces prepare, there's no telling what they're up against. The alien ship is unlike anything the humans have ever seen, its technology light years ahead of anything Earth has developed. The Empire's fleet is not just an army, it's a force of nature, and Earth's military is ill-prepared for such a threat. The only thing that stands between Earth and annihilation is the courage of its people and the leadership of General Bonner. But as the enemy draws closer, even Bonner wonders if Earth will survive this war. As the first ship touches down, Bonner steels himself for the battle to come. The unknown enemy is here, and there is no turning back. The storm has arrived, and it is up to Bonner and the people of Earth to face it head-on. Will they rise to the challenge, or will they fall under the weight of the Empire's might? The final moments before the battle are tense. Bonner watches as the alien ship lands, its metallic surface gleaming in the sunlight. The world holds its breath, and Earth's fate rests in the hands of its defenders. The battle for survival begins now, and no one knows what the future holds. The invasion begins with a deafening silence that grips the world. At first, Earth's skies are clear, with the sun shining brightly over the planet's largest cities. But this calm is shattered as the alien fleet deploys its assault. From the skies, the first wave of invaders descends like a storm. Sleek, metallic ships hover over Earth's cities, releasing squads of advanced robotic soldiers and AI-driven weapons. These machines are unlike anything humanity has ever seen, towering, armored, and armed with energy weapons that can disintegrate anything in their path. The humans, caught completely off guard, scramble to respond. They are outmatched by the sheer scale of the attack, and the advanced technology of the invaders seems to have an insurmountable advantage. The alien robots move with ruthless precision, decimating anything in their path. Buildings are flattened, streets are torn apart, and entire neighborhoods are wiped out in mere moments. The people of Earth run for their lives, unsure of how to fight back against this overwhelming force. Earth's military is thrust into chaos, its soldiers quickly realizing that their conventional weapons are no match for the alien technology. However, the invaders are far too confident. They laugh at Earth's feeble defenses, their commanders dismissing the planet as a mere obstacle in the Empire's path. But they have underestimated humanity in ways they couldn't have imagined. What the aliens don't know is that Earth has been preparing for this moment for years. General Bonner's forces, though small in number, have secretly been upgrading old technologies, retrofitting outdated weapons with advanced cloaking devices, energy shields, and hidden laser cannons. The upgrades were done in secret, hidden beneath layers of military bunkers and encrypted files, far from the prying eyes of potential invaders. As the alien forces continue their assault, the human resistance begins to reveal itself. Small pockets of soldiers, using cloaking devices and hidden weapons, engage in guerrilla warfare against the invaders. They strike quickly and silently, taking down robots and alien soldiers one by one, before vanishing back into the shadows. The guerrilla tactics slow the alien advance, but the odds are still stacked against humanity. The aliens' robotic soldiers are far more powerful, and their AI-driven weapons are nearly unstoppable. Still, humanity's resistance is fierce and relentless. Among the soldiers fighting on the front lines is Captain Harris, General Bonner's second-in-command. Harris is a seasoned veteran, someone who has faced countless dangers in his career, and he is determined to protect Earth and its people at all costs. As the battle rages on, Harris leads a small squad of soldiers deep into the heart of the alien assault, hoping to strike a decisive blow. They infiltrate a group of alien robots, planting explosives on their armored exteriors. The soldiers move quickly, knowing that they are running out of time. But as they prepare to make their escape, one of the robots detects them. It opens fire with devastating force, and in the ensuing chaos, Captain Harris is struck down. His body falls to the ground, lifeless, as his team watches in horror. Harris's death strikes a devastating blow to the human resistance. The soldiers fight on, but the loss of their leader leaves a gaping hole in their ranks. Harris was more than just a commander. He was a symbol of humanity's resolve, and his death ignites something within the fighters. His sacrifice fuels their anger, their fear, and their determination to win. Harris's death, while tragic, serves as a rallying cry. His final words, "We fight for Earth," echo in the hearts of his comrades as they push forward, fueled by a sense of vengeance and defiance. Meanwhile, far above the battlefield, Commander Zorath watches the situation unfold with a mix of disbelief and frustration. His forces, which had been advancing with such confidence, are now delayed by the unexpected resistance from Earth's fighters. He had expected the humans to crumble beneath the Empire's might, but instead they are fighting back in ways he had not anticipated. The cloaking devices, the hidden weapons, the guerrilla tactics, all of it is slowing his forces down. Zorath's commanders report that Earth's resistance is stronger than expected, but he remains unconvinced. In his mind, victory is still inevitable. The Empire has crushed countless worlds, and Earth will be no different. The delay is a minor inconvenience, nothing more. But even as Zorath remains confident in his eventual triumph, the alien forces are beginning to face real difficulties. The robotic soldiers, once unstoppable, are being picked off by Earth's guerrilla fighters, and the AI-driven weapons are not as invincible as they first appeared. The battle is far from over, but for the first time, Zorath begins to question the outcome. Perhaps Earth is not as weak as he thought. On the ground, the humans continue their fight. Despite the overwhelming odds, they refuse to back down. As more soldiers fall and more cities are destroyed, the human spirit remains unbroken. The loss of Captain Harris has made the soldiers fight harder, with a sense of purpose and unity that the aliens can't match. In the face of extinction, Earth's defenders stand tall, determined to protect their home at all costs. As the day stretches into night, the battle rages on, with both sides suffering heavy losses. The aliens may have advanced technology, but the humans have something that the invaders will never understand: the will to survive. The first assault is far from over, and neither side knows what the future will hold. But one thing is certain: Earth is not going down without a fight. The battle continues to rage across Earth. The skies are filled with the smoke of burning cities, and the ground trembles with the thundering march of alien soldiers. Despite the relentless assault, humanity refuses to give up. It's a battle that seemed lost from the beginning, yet the humans have been proving their resilience at every turn. But as the war intensifies, something unexpected happens. Earth's defense system, long thought to be outdated and obsolete, reveals its greatest secret. Deep beneath the surface of Earth, Hidden in long-forgotten bunkers and vaults lies ancient technology, a relic from humanity's distant past. This technology, once thought to be nothing more than myth, has the power to turn the tide of the war. It is capable of cloaking entire cities and creating powerful energy shields that can withstand even the might of the alien weapons. The moment this technology is activated, Earth's military forces gain a new advantage. Cities that were once sitting ducks for the invaders are now hidden, invisible to the alien ships and soldiers. As the aliens attempt to strike the Earth's major cities, they find themselves targeting empty landscapes, unaware that the humans are watching from the shadows, ready to strike. The twist in the story shakes the very core of the invasion. The alien robots and AI-driven ships, so confident in their superiority, begin to malfunction. The electromagnetic pulses generated by Earth's ancient technology are disrupting their systems. The once unstoppable robots now hesitate, falter, and even collapse. The AI-driven ships, which once patrolled the skies with deadly precision, are now blind and confused. The invaders have no idea what's happening, and the human forces seize the opportunity. The cloak of secrecy that Earth's ancient technology has provided allows humanity to outmaneuver the alien forces in a series of surprise attacks. The humans hit hard, striking at key points in the alien supply lines, sabotaging their weapons and infrastructure. The humans, though outnumbered, have something the aliens can't understand: the power of creativity and resilience. Despite being vastly outclassed in terms of technology and numbers, humanity adapts, using everything at their disposal. They become unpredictable, fighting with a combination of old-school ingenuity and cutting-edge weaponry. Human soldiers, with their cloaking devices and hidden weapons, set traps for the aliens, using guerrilla tactics to wear down their enemies. The aliens, despite their superior technology, are caught off guard time and time again. Earth's forces have become a thorn in their side, and the once imposing alien army is beginning to show cracks. But it's not just the military that's making a difference. Humanity's strength lies in the unity and spirit of its people. Even in the darkest moments, when all hope seems lost, humans find a way to push forward. General Bonner, the stalwart leader of Earth's defense, has become a symbol of that hope. He knows that Earth's survival hinges on a single dangerous mission: to destroy one of the alien motherships. This mothership is the heart of the alien invasion, and without it, the rest of the fleet will be lost. But the mission is not without its costs. General Bonner assembles a team of soldiers, volunteers willing to risk everything to destroy the mothership. They know the odds are stacked against them, and many of them may not return. The mission is a harrowing one. The soldiers make their way deep into enemy territory, fighting through waves of alien robots and AI-controlled defenses. They encounter numerous challenges, each one more deadly than the last. The final assault on the mothership is the most dangerous of all. General Bonner and his team make it to the heart of the ship, planting explosives and preparing for the final strike. But the cost of the mission is steep. As they detonate the explosives and the mothership begins to crumble, several of the soldiers sacrifice themselves to ensure the success of the operation. Their deaths are heroic, but they leave a deep scar in the hearts of their comrades. The bond between the soldiers is felt stronger than ever, their shared sacrifice uniting them in a way that words cannot describe. They have given everything for the survival of Earth. The loss of so many brave soldiers, especially after the death of Captain Harris, adds a somber layer to the humans' victory. The soldiers know that they are not just fighting for Earth, but for each other. Each battle fought, each life lost, strengthens their resolve to keep going. It's not just about defeating the aliens anymore. It's about honoring the memory of their fallen comrades and ensuring that their sacrifices were not in vain. Meanwhile, far above Earth, Zoreth, the Imperial commander, watches the unfolding events with growing disbelief. He had underestimated humanity. He had thought them weak, unprepared, and easily crushed beneath the Empire's might. But as the resistance continues to push back, Zorth begins to realize that the humans are not the easy targets he thought they were. Their creativity, resilience, and unyielding spirit have taken him by surprise. The humans have already dealt heavy blows to his forces, and their attacks are becoming more coordinated and effective. The once confident commander now feels the weight of his miscalculations. But Zorth is not one to back down. Despite the setbacks, he remains convinced that the Empire's might can crush any resistance. He orders a final assault on Earth, one that will wipe out humanity once and for all. He believes that this time, the Empire will not be denied. Earth's hidden technology, its surprise attacks, and its resilient soldiers have only delayed the inevitable. In his mind, victory is still within his grasp. The battle is far from over, and the final confrontation looms on the horizon. Humanity has shown that it will fight to the bitter end, but will it be enough to overcome the full might of the Galactic Empire? Only time will tell. The final assault is coming. The Galactic Empire, confident that they will soon crush Earth's resistance, has unleashed their full might. For the first time, the humans face an enemy weapon that seems unstoppable. The Empire's planet-destroying superweapon, Nemesis, is on its way, and it is unlike anything Earth has ever faced. With a single shot, Nemesis has the power to obliterate entire cities, and in the hands of the Empire, it is a weapon of absolute terror. As it hurls through space toward Earth, the stakes couldn't be higher. Humanity's last line of defense is ready, but can they survive this onslaught? In the face of this overwhelming threat, Earth's military has prepared their ultimate weapon, the newly developed anti-gravity warships. These ships, armed with the most advanced weaponry, have been designed to counter the superior firepower of the Empire's fleet. But there's one problem. The humans are still outnumbered, and the odds of survival are slim. Only the bravest soldiers have been selected to pilot these warships. They are Earth's final hope, and they know it. General Bonner, ever the leader, joins the ranks, leading his elite squadron into the battle. The fate of the planet rests in their hands. As Nemesis draws closer, the humans begin their assault. The battle rages in space, far above Earth's atmosphere, where gravity has no hold. The sky is a swirling maelstrom of explosions, flashing weapons, and cloaked ships moving with deadly precision. Earth's warships, now armed with the best technology Earth could muster, engage in fierce dogfights against the Empire's fleet. Cloaking devices make it nearly impossible to know where the enemy is until it's too late. Ships appear and vanish in an instant, making the battle unpredictable and chaotic. Each moment feels like a life-or-death decision as the human pilots push their ships to the limit. The humans fight with everything they have. There's no room for hesitation, no time for second-guessing. Every soldier knows that this is their last chance. If they fail, Earth is doomed. But the stakes are so much more than survival. They are fighting for their loved ones, for their homes, and for their very way of life. The air is thick with tension as the final battle unfolds, the sound of weapons fire, and the screech of metal on metal echoing through the emptiness of space. The humans are outnumbered, their ships damaged, their energy reserves dwindling, but they don't stop fighting. The resilience of humanity shines through in every move, every strategy, and every attack. Amidst the chaos, General Bonner's elite squadron makes a desperate push to take down Nemesis itself. This superweapon, hovering just above Earth's atmosphere, is nearly unstoppable. It's protected by an entire fleet of Empire ships, making any attempt to destroy it feel impossible. But Bonner and his team refuse to give up. Their mission is clear: disable or destroy Nemesis before it can fire. The team knows the cost of failure is too high, and many of them will likely never make it back. As they approach the superweapon, the battle becomes even more intense. The humans make use of their advanced weaponry, launching precise strikes against the enemy fleet. It's a fight for survival, with each moment bringing them closer to the heart of the Empire's attack. The human warships maneuver around Nemesis, using their cloaking technology to stay hidden from enemy radar. The tension is palpable. Every pilot knows this may be their last mission. General Bonner leads his squadron with unwavering determination, despite the overwhelming odds. Then the emotional toll of the battle begins to take its toll on the squadron. One by one, the brave soldiers are lost in the chaos. Their ships are destroyed, their lives cut short, but their sacrifice fuels the remaining fighters. Captain Roberts, a member of Bonner's elite team, is struck down in a heroic attempt to draw fire away from Bonner's ship. His last message is simple: make it count. His death resonates deeply with the remaining soldiers, but it only strengthens their resolve. They know that they are the last hope of humanity, and they fight with everything they have left. The heart-pounding action reaches a fever pitch as Bonner and his team close in on Nemesis. The superweapon's massive cannons begin to glow, charging up to unleash the destructive force that will annihilate Earth. It's a race against time. With seconds to spare, Bonner and his team make a daring maneuver. They fire a series of precisely timed shots that hit the core of Nemesis, causing a catastrophic malfunction. The superweapon's power begins to fail, and for a moment, it seems as though Earth might actually have a chance. But even in the face of this success, the battle is far from over. The Empire's fleet continues to bombard the Earth with everything they have. Humanity's forces are nearly depleted, and the survivors are few. Bonner knows that the war is not won yet. But this victory, however small it may seem, gives humanity a fighting chance. The loss of so many heroes, including Captain Roberts and countless others, weighs heavily on Bonner, but it also fuels his determination. This is not the end. The Empire may have the power, but humanity has something they cannot understand: the will to survive. Just as the Nemesis superweapon is on the brink of firing, the human's final strike disables its core. It's a temporary victory, but it's enough to buy humanity the time they need. As the superweapon fails, the Empire's fleet is thrown into chaos. Without Nemesis, the Empire's confidence begins to waver. For the first time, the humans see a glimmer of hope. As Bonner looks out over the battlefield, he knows that this is just the beginning of the end. The final confrontation looms. Humanity has struck back, but the battle is not yet won. The Empire may have underestimated the power of the human spirit, but they are about to learn that underestimating Earth is a fatal mistake. The final showdown is coming, and General Bonner, with the remnants of his forces, is ready to lead humanity into their last stand. The clock is ticking, and the future of Earth hangs in the balance. One final battle remains. Will humanity's resilience be enough to defeat the Empire's overwhelming might? Only time will tell, but the humans are ready to fight until the very end. The battle may be far from over, but humanity's will to survive will never be broken. The battle had raged on for what seemed like an eternity, and humanity had fought with everything they had, but the Empire's fleet was relentless. Yet in the midst of this war, something incredible had happened. After the failed assault on Earth's last line of defense, the Galactic Empire had temporarily pulled back. They needed time to regroup, to plan their next move. But in that brief moment of respite, Earth's defenders made an astonishing discovery, one that would change the course of the war. Deep within the archives of Earth's military, hidden from the world for centuries, humanity's ancient defense systems began to reveal their secrets. What Earth's leaders had assumed to be obsolete technology was actually something far more powerful than they could have imagined. As they combed through old military blueprints and cryptic messages left by past generations, the humans uncovered a startling truth. Earth had once been part of a powerful galactic alliance that had successfully defeated an empire not unlike the one threatening them now. This alliance, long forgotten in Earth's history, had fought against a similar force, the same galactic empire that had returned to conquer Earth. And in the process, they had developed technology so advanced that it had remained hidden for centuries, waiting for the right moment to be rediscovered. The humans now realized that the knowledge to defeat their enemies had always been within their reach, buried deep within Earth's forgotten past. It was as if the past and the future had converged at this pivotal moment in time, giving humanity a chance to turn the tide. As the Empire retreated, seemingly stunned by the unexpected resistance they faced, Earth's surviving forces began to rebuild, drawing strength from this new revelation. In the heart of Earth's command center, General Bonner gathered his weary soldiers for a moment of reflection. They had lost so much, many had died, and their cities lay in ruins. But despite the grief, the general knew that humanity could not afford to falter now. Their very survival depended on their unity and resolve. Standing before his soldiers, General Bonner's voice rang out, full of conviction. "We've come a long way," he began, his words steady but heavy with the weight of the countless sacrifices made. "We've lost friends, comrades, and heroes. But we've also discovered something incredible. Earth is not just some defenseless rock in the middle of the galaxy. We are part of something much bigger, something far stronger than we realized. And now, we have the tools, the power, and the spirit to fight back. We are not alone in this fight. We have the legacy of those who came before us, who fought to protect this world. And we will honor that legacy by fighting with everything we have left." His speech was filled with raw emotion, and as Bonner spoke, he could see the fire rekindled in the eyes of his soldiers. They had suffered unimaginable losses, but now they had hope. Hope that they could win. Hope that they could preserve their future. His words were not just an order to fight. They were a call to arms, a rallying cry for humanity to rise above the destruction, to stand united against the Empire's tyranny. The soldiers stood tall, their resolve hardened. They weren't just fighting for survival anymore. They were fighting for their planet, their homes, and their way of life. They were fighting to reclaim their place in the galaxy, to prove that Earth was not to be underestimated. They were no longer just a group of scattered humans trying to defend their world. They had become a symbol of resistance, of resilience. The news of Earth's hidden technology spread quickly, and the humans began to adapt it to their own use. Advanced energy shields, cloaking devices, and powerful weapons, things that had been thought lost to time, were now being put to work. Humanity had unearthed a treasure trove of forgotten power, and with it, they could now stand up to the Empire like never before. The Empire had no idea what they had awakened. Earth was no longer a defenseless planet waiting to be conquered. It was a sleeping giant, and it was awake. Meanwhile, the Galactic Empire had begun to realize that things were not going according to plan. Commander Zoreth, once confident in his ability to crush Earth's resistance, now found himself grappling with a force that was much more formidable than he had anticipated. Earth, once thought to be an easy target, had become something far more dangerous. The humans had fought with a tenacity and creativity that the Empire hadn't expected. And now, with the newfound knowledge of Earth's ancient defenses, they were a threat in a way the Empire had never encountered before. Zoreth knew that if the Empire pushed forward without adjusting their strategy, the cost would be catastrophic. Earth had proven that they were not just another planet to be subdued. They were a force to be reckoned with, and the Empire would suffer massive losses if they continued their assault. For the first time in the war, Zoreth was uncertain. He had been so sure of victory, but now he was faced with an enemy that wasn't simply going to roll over. The realization hit him hard. Earth was not a simple conquest. It was a symbol of resistance that could inspire other worlds to rise up against the Empire. In a rare moment of vulnerability, Zoreth made a decision that shocked his commanders. He ordered a retreat. The Empire would regroup, reassess its strategy, and return stronger than ever. But for now, the cost of further action was too great. Earth's resistance had proven that they were not a world to be taken lightly, and Zoreth understood that it was no longer a question of simply defeating Earth. It was about how much the Empire was willing to lose in the process. The news of the Empire's retreat spread across Earth like wildfire. For the first time since the invasion began, humanity had gained a significant victory. The Empire had backed off, at least for the moment. But this victory was bittersweet. While the humans had time to regroup, they knew that the Empire would return, and the battle was far from over. As General Bonner watched the stars above, he knew that the war was entering a new phase. Earth had not just survived. It had awoken something far greater. The Empire had underestimated humanity, and now it was Earth's turn to strike. The future was uncertain, but for the first time, the humans had the upper hand. The real war had just begun, and this time, Earth would be ready. The final battle had come. The Galactic Empire, after licking its wounds and regrouping, launched one last desperate attack on Earth. Zorath, the ruthless commander of the Empire, knew that if he didn't succeed this time, the price of defeat would be too great for his empire to bear. Earth had already proven to be more resilient than anyone had expected, and he couldn't allow the rebellion to spread any further. This was his last chance to crush humanity once and for all. However, this time, the humans were different. They were no longer the underdog, caught off guard by a technologically superior foe. After months of brutal warfare, they had learned, adapted, and grown stronger. The humans had uncovered Earth's ancient defenses, and with the help of their eye, once a tool of the Empire, humanity was finally able to turn the tables. The AI, which had once been programmed to serve the Empire, was now an invaluable ally, working for Earth. With its help, humans could anticipate every move the Empire made, and counter it with precision and speed. The tide had officially turned, and the Empire no longer had the upper hand. General Bonner, standing at the forefront of the battle, could feel the weight of everything that had led to this moment. His comrades had fallen, his planet had been torn apart, and his world had been shaken to its very core. But none of that mattered now. This was the moment he had been waiting for. The moment of final justice. The moment when he would face Zorath, the one who had led the invasion. The one who had caused so much pain and suffering for his people. Bonner knew that this was more than just a battle for Earth's survival. It was personal. Zorath had taken everything from him. His fellow soldiers, his family, and his home. This final confrontation would be Bonner's chance for vengeance, but more importantly, it would be his chance to ensure that humanity would never have to live under the tyranny of the Galactic Empire again. The battle raged on around him, but Bonner's focus was razor-sharp. He knew that if he didn't destroy the Empire's superweapon, everything they had fought for would be in vain. The Empire's massive fleet of ships, bolstered by their new superweapon, was heading straight for Earth's capital. This was their last-ditch effort to break humanity's spirit. Bonner and his team, along with the remaining elite soldiers, launched a daring mission to infiltrate the heart of the Empire's forces, to strike at the very heart of the superweapon that threatened to destroy everything. As Bonner led his team toward the final assault, his mind flashed back to the countless faces of fallen comrades. The soldiers who had stood by his side, fought for the cause, and made the ultimate sacrifice. The death of Captain Harris had been a particularly painful blow, but Bonner knew that Harris's spirit lived on in every step they took. Their sacrifice would not be in vain. This final mission was the culmination of everything they had endured. They had learned from their mistakes, grown stronger, and were ready for whatever the Empire could throw at them. The confrontation with Zorath was inevitable. As Bonner and his team infiltrated the heart of the Empire's mothership, they finally came face to face with the one who had caused so much pain. Zorath stood before him, his cold, calculating eyes locking onto Bonner's. It was a battle of wills, a battle that would determine the fate of Earth. "You've been a thorn in my side, Bonner," Zorath hissed, his voice dripping with malice. "But this ends today." Bonner didn't respond with words. His actions spoke louder than anything he could say. With a single, swift motion, he lunged at Zorath, his weapon raised high. The two clashed in a flurry of blows, each one stronger than the last. Zorath was a fierce opponent, but Bonner had something he didn't: a reason to fight. Every punch, every strike, was fueled by the memories of those they had lost. Bonner's anger, his grief, and his determination to protect the future of humanity gave him strength that Zoreth could never match. The battle between them was fierce and intense, but in the end, Bonner's resolve proved stronger. With one final decisive blow, Bonner brought Zoreth to his knees. The commander of the Empire was defeated, and with his fall, the Empire's hopes of conquering Earth crumbled. But the victory didn't come easily. The humans had paid a heavy price. Many brave soldiers had fallen, their lives sacrificed for the greater good. General Bonner himself was battered and bloodied, but he stood tall. The battle was over, but the war had taken its toll. Yet, despite the pain and loss, there was a sense of triumph in the air. Earth had fought back. Earth had won. With the superweapon destroyed and the Galactic Empire's fleet in disarray, the remaining forces of the Empire were forced to retreat. Their once feared fleet was now nothing more than a disorganized mess, scrambling to escape the wrath of humanity. Earth's forces had delivered a decisive blow, and the Empire knew it could not recover from this defeat. The war had been won. The victory was not just a military one, it was a symbolic one. Humanity had shown the galaxy that they were not to be underestimated. They had stood against an overwhelming force and emerged victorious. The Empire, once so confident in its superiority, had been humbled. In the aftermath of the battle, a treaty was signed between the Galactic Empire and Earth. The Empire recognized Earth as an unassailable world, one that could never again be conquered. Humanity had earned its place in the galaxy. General Bonner stood before his people, a proud and resolute figure. His heart was heavy with the weight of the lives lost, but he knew that Earth had been forever changed. The victory was not just about survival. It was about honor, unity, and the spirit of humanity. As the dust settled and the Empire retreated, Bonner knew that the galaxy had learned a crucial lesson: never underestimate humanity. The war had ended, but the future was still uncertain. Bonner, standing tall as Earth's protector, knew that the galaxy would continue to change. There would be other threats, other challenges. But for now, Earth had won. And as long as humanity stood united, there was nothing they couldn't overcome. The final showdown had been won, and humanity's place in the stars had been secured. The victory was theirs, but the journey was far from over.